So, that's quite a prompt.
Well, I guess we have no choice.
Just find him. So we're still in the flashback.
Is this going to bring us to us next to our oatmeal again? Are we going to go back to being in the hotel room with the microwave? We weren't even asleep.
No, I think this is still...
Well, it switched over to Saturday.
I think we're still in Sydney's story and not in Chase's story. I think that this might be Samuel jumping to Sydney when his father killed himself. Because whenever prompts happen, they're seemingly Samuel.
That is true. You're right.
So find him as an interesting prompt. I don't know.
Well, that's why I thought.
Nope.
See, that's okay. That's what I was gonna say. That's why I thought the prompt was for the Samuel that's in us now. Or in us, not us. I'm not Chase. Fuck Chase. In the Chase that we are playing now.
I feel like this might be ambiguous.
It could be. It could be.
Maybe even intentionally ambiguous. Which Samuel at what moment got that prompt and what it was responding to.
Maybe it's omnipresent. It's past and present and all the time. It's in a circle, you know. Or maybe in some weird, bizarre twist, which I would laugh at. The rest of this route goes completely normal with nothing abnormal happening, and it's never touched on again. Like that's one of those things that I would find humor in.
There's a lot of ways to try to interpret this potentially, but like I don't think Samuel's would want Chase to find Sydney for like any reason. That seems bad news for Samuel. Like that seems unhelpful. That
No. I'm sure the find him is a Samuel into a new body.
Yeah,
I can like that. That's all possible, unless for some reason we're gonna go out to that van. But I don't know why we would. That doesn't seem beneficial
also just like,
for Samuel right now.
I'm not sure what to make of the van. I don't think that was the van.
Yeah, but
because the van, I don't remember it having the.
It looks like a camper shell
thing. Yeah, that shell. I don't think it had that. I think it was more of a regular like shop worker kind of van. Maybe the kind that I grew up around.
The van is just symbolic because he had a meltdown next to the van.
I think seeing that van made him think of the van. But I think the van. We're still not sure about this, but like it felt like the van from the Samuel dream was the same one that Leo has, but I'm not sure because I don't know why Leo would have the Bronson's van in the first place. So I'm not sure why that would make sense. So it could have just been a purely metaphorical thing where that one vision simultaneously had them in the front running over Samuel, and then Leo and Micah fucking in the back in like the same scene. Mm-hmm. But it could have been different vans technically.
Yeah, we have had some very, very like ambiguous van.
Yeah, but this van doesn't look like any of the vans that have dramatically shown up so far.
I mean, it could just be like one of those concepts where like the thing that spurs on the thought is like it's the bringing up of the thought that makes the van relevant, and not necessarily like the van being the correct van in and of itself.
It's interesting that Mr. Bronson had the same arc as Chase, where he was affected by this stuff, and then he experienced a traumatic death, was affected by Samuel, left for years, then came back, and then the shit went to hell for him. Mm-hmm. Like there's the going in circles thing keeps happening.
The returning to Echo.
Yeah. Hey, is there any more of that oatmeal you bought left?
No.
No, it's mine. All the dinosaur eggs are mine.
I'm gonna literally just pick out all the dinosaur eggs so you can have the actual oatmeal.
The dinosaur eggs sound upsettingly gross to me.
They're like sugar, like little candy sugar things.
I'm so unhappy about this premise. But the oatmeal's already gross to me. TJ stands beside the bed, peering down at me. Oh no, were you asleep? I blink.
Oh, so we were kind of asleep.
Chase, I'm so sorry. You were moving around so much, I didn't know.
He's just having a seizure and like no one's touching him. Oh, were you asleep?
Just had this Did he just have that whole dream? Because usually it's implied that that's what happened. Chase. Right.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, TJ. I push myself up, feeling the bed sheets sticking to the back of my fur. My shirt is drenched and I smell awful. Are you okay? A concerned look crosses the Link's face. I'm not sure how to respond. I'll get some water. He smiles at me in that eerily genuine way he does. He turns and walks to the sink. There's a subtle sound of oldies music coming from behind me, the suite next door. The sunlight peeks in through the beige drapery, but everything outside is just a pale glow. I can't gauge what time it is.
There's more people at this hotel than just us. There's like one car in the parking lot and it's ours.
Question of like who's visiting this town. They chose a bad time. I try to move my paw. It's slow to react. Every piece of my body is tingling with this sort of damp vibration. Sleep paralysis? But I'm awake. And I moved just a second ago? Maybe I'm just dehydrated. I blink again, and little floaties dance in front of my eyes, blobs, swirls, and smiley faces that flee whenever my gaze chases them. I let out a long exhale from my nostrils and shift the weight of my tail behind me. Today is Saturday. Today is the day. And isn't it beautiful today? Did I say that out loud? He holds the polystyrene cup directly in front of my muzzle. I can smell it, the water. Way too mineralized, like a foggy calcium broth.
Oh, gross.
The calcium can't hurt you, it's just bones.
I guess that's a way to look at it.
so skeletons in it! Right, but why so skeletons?
Dude,
I think about that short so often.
It's a good short. It really is.
Good. Right, but why is no skeletons? They're skeletons, Mike. They're unpredictable. I'm just gonna add this to it, like, okay, calcium can't hurt you, it's just bones.
I just like the idea that, like, the water tastes like calcium, you're like,
can't hurt me,
yum,
it's just bones.
Bones. I've never tasted tap water and had that, like, foggy tap water come out and be like, oh yeah, I should drink this. Yum, bones. I'll definitely think of that next time that happens, though, because it's bound to eventually.
Like a clockwork automaton, I feel my arm jerk to arise, grasping the cup and bringing the contents to my lips. I finish it in 3 swallows. Water.
Water.
Sugar. Water. I know where
Water.
you're going with that. I know where your brain's going.
Yeah, my brain goes in circles too.
Yeah.
It's like Echo.
It's been so long since I swam. I'm starting to really feel the need for it. Air is fine, but it's just nothing. Water is something.
Are you on drugs?
It's got pressure. It hugs you as you move through it. Nobody understands like we do,
Dude,
I
you're
guess.
fucking high as fuck. What are you talking about? That's like some person's nighttime ramblings. They're staring into the abyss.
You got 1 drop of water and immediately had shower thoughts.
Yes, that is shower thoughts.
I realize TJ is still staring at me and I give him a look. Another smile, this one more sheepish. With a small grunt, I manage to throw my legs out from under the covers, my feet touching the firm carpet beneath. I rub the sleep from my eyes. I slept like 11 hours. Why do I feel like this?
I feel like shit when I sleep 11 hours. It's too long.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know if I've ever done that before. That would weird me out. Like, that'd feel like, you stole my day, give it back. Oh, I needed that.
Sometimes like you're sick or like you're exhausted or like you've been stressed or something. I'll conk out for like a long ass time.
Everyone in this house got sick a week ago, and in that time you weren't sure, but you did sleep for half of a 24-hour cycle, and you're like, I think that means I was sick.
Yeah, like I'm like, I feel fine now, but I think that was like my body just shutting off so I could deal with that, and then like booting back up to be a human again.
Which, like, if I could do that instead of being sick would be pretty cool. Just power through it.
Yeah, I'm just amazing. I'm just powerful.
Yeah, you just built different. Sorry.
Yeah.
Looking around, I notice that the bed next to me is empty. Where's Jenna? My voice comes out higher pitched than I intended, and I quickly clear my throat. She went out. I'm not sure exactly where. I stare at him, my eyes still only half open. We were supposed to go hiking. I mean, she said she'd still like to. I'm sure she'll be back soon. Why do you want to hike so much? What? TJ frowns. You grew up here, and you hiked all the time as a kid. Shouldn't you be sick of it by now? Chase, you're dumb. You're so dumb. It's a good thing you're hot, darling.
Why do people even go walk outside?
Just thinking of fucking full perps sexy Chase drawing from that one, the animation where it's just like, it's like sure he's hot, and it shows like Chase with the most fucking just grim expression coming out of a pool. Shouldn't he be sick of it all by now? It's like, it's nostalgia. He was homesick. He wasn't here for years.
People like to go outside and walk.
But he also hasn't been here for years, and he wants to go back to those places that he hasn't gotten to go to for the whole time he was in school. Admittedly, homesick is a bit of a split thing when you also are from Canada, too. So he's got multiple past homes, but he misses this place, Chase. I'm sorry you hate everything that you ever see from your past, because your whole life sucked.
Well, Chase, you've swam here a lot, too. Why do you want to keep swimming? Like, why are you so obsessed with swimming? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you just turn that back on yourself, dude. Like, I don't know. It's a weird thing to say. There's
sometimes an irony, because you can see how the audience reacts to these characters sometimes. And TJ has a thing where he's babied by everyone because he was the youngest. Or he's still the youngest, technically. But like he was the youngest in a way that mattered and now doesn't matter, basically. So he's babied by the group a lot because of that and what happened to him. But all the evidence we see about his actual behavior is that he's basically the most well-adjusted, normal adult in this entire group. Mm-hmm. And he's just fine and just does normal things. Like he's this close. If he wasn't tied directly to the Sydney tragedy, he's like this close to being like as well adjusted as every single Route character that you meet.
Yeah,
like he fits alongside the Ravens and Kudzus more than he does most of the cast of this game a lot of the time.
No, he's like he has a career path going on. He's like in education. He has a goal. He's like. He's active, he's fit, he has hobbies, he has friends, because like it is implied that he has friends from school.
He has friends from school and from here. Yeah. He's the only person who meets up with an old friend when he gets back here, and it's a normal relationship with just somebody that he's just like chill with, and not like somebody he's like, it's not like Heather, like someone he has a deep resentment for or something. Although he also did date Heather, and it went not good in normal ways.
but he's not dating Heather anymore.
Yeah.
So he's fine. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying that it's not like Jenna Heather stuff where it's like this deep resentment of anyone he ever meets from his past. It's like TJ's actually got one of the most stable relationships with almost everybody, except for the very specific main characters of this game.
Yeah. Like his interaction. I see what you're saying.
But it's interesting is that the audience. When I talk about the audience, is that the audience still treats TJ oftentimes the way that the characters in this game do, without fully recognizing that the characters in this game are wrong to treat TJ this way.
I mean, to be fair, I did also, because initially because you don't know them as well.
Yeah.
And it's like and then also like he seems immature. But granted, you look at everyone else and you're like, oh, everyone else is really immature.
Yeah.
Jenna's going around trying to psychoanalyze everyone like she thinks she's like Big Mama.
No, Jenna holds herself way too highly. She's a fucking piece of work. And then, Chase doesn't even know why he's in college. He's like, I have a project I'm not going to do. And then you have Carl who's like, I don't want to leave the house. I just want to play video games and get high. Which, granted, who the fuck doesn't? But
probably not the most mature choice. Even Flynn, who I thought was going to be the most well-adjusted, kind of seems like he got his job because he's a relative of people who work there, and also he does have like some kinky sex dungeon hobbies, there's no issue with that, but that is TJ's probably
Flynn's issue is he can't shut up. He just cannot get through situations.
Yeah. He's unable to maintain.
He literally causes the main conflict of the game.
Yeah, he's basically unable to maintain healthy friendships because he's mean to everyone.
Yeah.
Without even meaning to half the time.
We were both viscerally upset when we met Flynn because it was too accurate to real life experiences of people like that. You're like, fuck, no, please stop.
There's no issue with Flynn's sex hobbies. It's just that TJ has really typical hobbies. TJ's a very typical functional person. He's doing fine. Everyone leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
I just don't like his aversion to cursing. That's my one complaint about him. But everything else is pretty okay.
The lynx dips his paws into his pockets, his lips pursing as he delays his response. Well, my parents didn't want me to get out too far, or anywhere too dangerous. There's still a lot of trails I haven't been on. This is Echo. You can see everything around you for miles. And there's not much to surprise you when you can see the entire trail. Like, going through a forest or a big mountain I can understand. Some of the appeal, but not this.
Maybe you don't have access to a big forest or a big mountain. Maybe this is what you have.
Maybe it's a fun thing to do, and you guys aren't coming up with stuff.
Yeah, what the fuck are you guys gonna do all day?
Last time anyone else got to plan something, it was Riverside Blow Up. I guess the last thing that anyone planned was that barbecue, which went fine because nobody invited Flynn.
You guys can go to the mall and punch a pinball machine again.
I sort of raise my arms and gesture to everything and nothing at the same time. TJ, meanwhile, just shakes his head. I think I understand what you mean, Chase, but hiking isn't about being surprised. So what if you can see what's coming? It's what happens when you're there that matters. Plastic spiders. TJ smiles again with the same youth pastor-esque vigor. I can tell it's genuine, but there's always that feeling that I get. There's something going on behind those blue eyes that's not right. Growing up, I always chalked it up to his unwaveringly hypocritical dogma in contrast to my whole liking dicks thing, but now I don't know.
It's like how Ned Flanders is a totally wholesome and wonderful person, but Homer just hates him anyway because he has nothing else to do, and also Ned's successful. He tries to complain about Ned, and there's nothing. Ned's just totally nice.
Yeah. This is inherent. Oh, so you think you're cool? Inherent grudge match that comes up in a completely one-sided way.
Ned would be like, "Howdy, neighbor. I don't think I'm that cool. I think you're plenty cool too, friend."
Flanders.
Yeah, exactly.
Escalates completely unfueled. It was never enough to bother me too much, but I'm starting to wonder if this is what Flynn sees too. Jenna ate the last of the oatmeal. Oh. I guess I'll stop by the diner again then. I want to check up on Janice anyway. What are you gonna have? I don't know, I'm not usually the breakfast type. Ugh. Red flags. When I wake up, everything in my mouth just tastes gross and it kills my appetite.
Well, that's the red flag. It's brush your teeth, son.
Drink water. Drink your Ovaltine.
Drink your don't drink Ovaltine right before bed. That's probably not good.
Oh yeah, I understand.
TJ's I don't understand.
No.
My mouth tastes like peppermint when I wake up because
I got my shit together.
Yeah, I floss every day.
He would.
Yeah.
There's an element of it's TJ would have every good habit. That's exhausting to think about. I'm annoyed at him now.
I floss twice a week.
Just a grudge reaction of just motherfucker. I exercise every day and also keep up with all my classes, and I have good.
Dating him would make.
I have good oral hygiene,
would
and
make
I also
me feel bad.
I keep in touch with all my family on my phones.
Yeah, that would make.
I call every family member once a week on a rotation.
That's why people don't like him, because he makes people feel
he's
shitty
doing
about
everything
themselves.
that they're not keeping up with.
Yeah, now he's a reminder of how you should be.
TJ nods, turning to move back to the mini fridge. He opens it, staring inside as if looking hard enough would make a fruit parfait appear. That being said, I'm starting to miss the student union food court something fierce. I think I hear TJ chuckle a little. You would really like our campus's cafeteria. We've got a cereal bar with around 25 different types of cereal to choose from. You can even make your own protein bars and that sort of thing. It's really cool. You can make your own protein bars. Like they have like a presser or something.
That sounds kind of gross
what does that
to
mean? Me. That's interesting. That actually sounds pretty good. Even though my palate sort of tastes like a mix of sawdust and barf right now. Wash your fucking mouth out, Chase.
Brush your fucking teeth.
Jesus, you're just gonna live in this?
Aye, aye.
Bitch, you live like this?
Bitch.
The Lynx pulls out a wrapped rice treat, peering at it with a squinty expression. That's a creative way of describing that.
I'm supportive of you and your choices.
I'm almost not hungry anymore.
You've grossed me out.
I like TJ. He holds up the treat, the blue foil catching the window light in a bit of a curious way. I'm not sure why this is in the fridge. I just threw the whole bag of stuff I picked up at the convenience store in there.
There's like Cheetos in the fridge.
Would you like this? Yeah, sure, I'll take it. He nods, tossing the treat in a gentle arc my way. I almost catch it. Ow. I rub the end of my snout as TJ looks at me wide-eyed. Oh, crimey.
This is crimey. Oh, goodness.
Crimey.
Like he even says, "Oh, crimey, that hit you square, Chase." Who the fuck?
Oh, crimey, that hit you square. Chase, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Oh, crimey, that hit you square.
I don't know about that one.
I like it.
Not sure. Oh my gosh. It's okay. I'm still waking up, I guess.
I'm so tired you sounded British/Australian for a second.
I began unwrapping the foil packaging. I'm gonna eat this and shower, okay?
Either
at the same time? Oh, he actually said it. Not at the same time, right? The same. Did you also the same thought?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No. Okay. Good. Just making sure I didn't hit you too hard. Crimey.
I mean, would I eat a Rice Krispie treat in the shower? I can see myself doing that. I wouldn't bring it in.
Just don't get it wet.
Yeah, I wouldn't get it wet. Yeah.
Just sitting there, just hot water on your back, just chewing on a Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I can deal with this. It's like a stupid bath.
I've definitely brought a beer into the shower before. Dude, like shower beer. I really recommend. Like it's just like a nice time. I just think about how Toaster talks about how he always watches YouTube videos in the shower because phones are generally waterproof at this point. But he doesn't like put it in the stream of water anyway. But he'll be like holding it while he's taking the shower. Like it's not even on a shelf. He's holding it while he does like everything in the shower. And it's like multiple times now he's had to like draw diagrams for people in the Discord to explain this because they're so dumbfounded by what he's saying. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? You watch YouTube videos in the shower. We'll get him a suction cup. That way he can eat a Rice Krispie treat in the shower next time. And then we'll give him a cup holder for the shower beer. So yeah, you're gonna have to put the phone on the soap dish at an angle, bring in your Rice Krispie treat, put that on the little side table on top of the toilet. And then a shower beer right next to the shampoo. For me, it's just like, this is just too much commitment. This is the American dream. It's too long to shower. Like, you're in California. This is legal. You don't want to sit in the shower and cry for like 40 minutes? You don't do that? Don't need to combine these things. It's good. It feels good sometimes. Another sheepish smile. I managed one in return this time. I take a bite of the treat, and to my surprise, it's actually pretty okay cold. Probably just hard to chew. Yeah. Marshmallow in the fridge is not good. Yeah, like warmer is better than colder, I think. After a moment, I noticed a little blue light flashing on my phone.
New message. A pang of guilt sets in as I realize my first thought is, please don't be Leo.
That's not a good sign. I hope your camera is okay.
Wow, that was like 100 years ago.
I was gonna say, like, it took me a minute. I was like, the phone
We're
camera?
still talking
And then I was
about
like, oh
that?
wait, not the phone camera. The camera
I sigh.
camera.
It's not. I scroll down and notice a message below it.
Come over?
Shit. Carl's interview is today, isn't it?
Oh.
I don't want to be bumming him out too much. It's fine. I pause. I'll be over soon. Wait, what happened to Chase's camera?
Remember Carl was high and he tried to set it up on the tripod?
Yeah, but I think it was fine after that. Because I think he still had his camera with him when he went on that trip with after he fought with Flynn.
Well, okay, so it fell.
I think it.
No, he was having. No, he was okay. No, he was having issues putting the camera on the tripod. And then Chase is like, "Oh, you're an idiot. You do it like this. It's really easy to do." And then later on, he realizes when he looks at the camera again that there is issues with it, because when Carl was trying to put on the tripod, he was trying too hard.
Oh, it's because he broke the battery. The battery doesn't stay in or something.
Something like that. Like it's kind of minor, you know. But like it wasn't something immediately noticeable. Something he notices later. But Carl was just having a hard time putting the camera on the tripod because he left Carl stoned out of his mind with a camera that he's never dealt with before. It was like, oh, set this up on a tripod, and just left him outside in the heat.
You know, that entire scene was just continually like, Chase is not emotionally intelligent here. He is not aware. And considering we don't know anyone as much as he does, because we're just bystanders, that's damning.
Yeah, it sounds like we might know them more than he does, because we're aware.
Just sitting here like, we know how this scene's gonna play out. Uh-oh. There. I set the phone back down on the nightstand and tossed the treat wrapper into the bin beside the bed. TJ glances up at me momentarily. He's also looking at his phone. Carl's got a job interview in Peyton today. TJ looks up from his phone, grinning. Wow, that's really great. I still remember when he worked at that market shop we used to have on Elizabeth Street. Where is that one at? A print shop, I think. I don't know. Carl seems kind of hesitant to talk about it. Oh. Well, tell him that I wish him good luck, and that it's always really important that you smile. If you look like you're happy and excited, then the interview might get that way too.
That is true.
It's infectious, right? Right.
Just don't do it like a psychopath.
My mission as a human being is to never do a job interview ever again. Hate it. No. Miserable experiences that I think that replay my mind forever.
I like interviewing people, but I also like cringing. So I feel like
every job interview I've ever had lives rent-free in my brain permanently, so I don't want to add to that.
I told you I made somebody cry at a job interview. No, sorry. Let me rephrase it. I was being interviewed, and I made them cry. No, because they thought I was such a great person.
It's like
that sounds stupid.
You implied such a backwards power dynamic on accident.
I did.
I bullied somebody until they cried and they wanted to get a job. What a stupid baby.
No, I'm just like fucking got a golden tongue. But like, no, there was I was interviewing for a job, and I made some comment about, I went into like, oh, like my work ethic because of like my dad, and I want to be a good example for my younger siblings. I did some really sappy bullshit because I knew it would work, and I made the lady tear up, and I got the job like on the spot.
Oh my god.
And I was like, that's how it's done, motherfucker. but I've also interviewed.
Stephanie's too powerful.
I've interviewed other people because now I'm in the position where I can interview people. But usually I'm pretty supportive. I'm like, oh, like I'll like ask him again, like I'll rephrase it. How about this? Like I try to be really nice because it is hard. But sometimes they answer and I'm just like, ugh, like man, not only did you not answer the question, you like went all the way around it in like a big old circle, and you said it in like the worst way possible. How did you do that? I'm like kind of impressed at times when I'm interviewing people.
I've gotten literally all my jobs just because my parents were friends with somebody who was hiring.
I wish that's how it was for me. That'd be nice.
Chase really is just sleepwalking through life. I suppose I never really had to worry about interviewing. A noise comes from outside. The sound of jingling keys and the door being unlocked.
So the police finally showed up. For what?
What?
Wait, I don't For what?
Oh, they said yesterday that somebody was freaking out here.
Okay, yeah.
Like every night someone's been freaking out, I think, and they called the police about it, I think. So it's like, it was an off-screen event, so we're not forgetting something vital that happened, like fucking...
We're not that bad.
We're not forgetting a whole Brian scene or whatever.
Don't mention his name. You'll conjure his being.
You just say it 3 times in a row. Jenna steps inside, giving me a bit of a curious look over when she notices I'm still in my sleepwear. It's a parallel between this flashback. Oh, that's supposed to be up till 5'5", Sydney.
Yes. Oh, good calling out there, Keith.
DJ.
Whoa!
Why did I read his name?
Oh gosh. Everything's falling apart at the seams.
Are they gonna do anything?
Jenna. I doubt it.
Being bullied. She's gonna make me cry like that job interviewer.
Yeah, dude, I what I actually did is I threatened her. I'm like, you better give me this fucking
I
job.
have a special set of skills.
And you're gonna need them for your workplace.
She strides across the room, grabbing a bottle of water from the mini fridge. Why is that?
Cops seem more suspicious of me than anything.
She lets out a little sigh of exasperation.
They asked me if I had been taking any drugs.
Jesus. Guess they're not used to seeing people our age around here that aren't.
I think it was more anti-native sentiment than anything.
Really?
Yes.
Jenna looks back at me.
Chase, you really should shower.
I blink. What?
I noticed when I walked in. This whole room has your oily musk scent. It's not very flattering.
I frown deeply, covering my armpits and pushing my tail back over my behind. Alright, I was going to anyway. I rise to stand before moving to the bathroom. TJ gives me a sympathetic look as I pass. He was just avoiding mentioning it this whole time.
Yeah, like that's what a nice person does.
Yep, and Jenna has never been nice.
Keith, like, okay, if we were out somewhere and we were in a hotel, like at like a convention or something, and you really stank, I would only tell you if we were about to leave and it was going to make your life hard, and I would not say it mean. I promise.
There's just better ways of pointing it out than what she did.
No,
she just phrased it the worst she could possible.
She was mean about it. Be like, oh yeah, before we go, like, we should just both take a shower, because, like, that's just like a thing people do in the morning, right? Like, you can go first, and then I'll go. And like, yeah.
Shockingly, I'm just in the habit of showering every day.
Yeah, Keith does not smell.
At least during events, like on trips. I don't like just continue the trip. Like, I showered 2 days ago. It's good enough.
I'm more likely to do that.
No.
but
if I haven't showered that day, it's like, because I got roped into like a series of things. It's like when I'm home and I get roped into like recording things with other people, and I'm like, I haven't showered yet, but I don't have time, and we just do that, and then suddenly it's like fucking now it's 8 p.m. and I wrote my whole day and worked on things.
I like night showers, but then it makes your hair weird when you sleep on it.
Yeah, it also feels weird to have wet hair when you try to sleep. I shut the door behind me after stepping inside. With a few quick tugs, I remove my shirt and underwear, then place them on the edge of the counter. Who are you gonna think about when you masturbate this time, Chase?
Yeah, let's see.
At home, I just throw them on the floor, but I don't really trust how clean the linoleum is here. It's a challenging word sometimes. I step into the shower. It gets hot quick, so I fiddle with the handle some. There's some gray fur tucked in the corner, so I'm guessing TJ took one this morning. You don't have to guess. Most people shower, Chase. I bend down and pick up the tiny complimentary shampoo bottle from the rack and begin to lather the contents over my body. I feel like they have to be way bigger in this universe in order to be even vaguely usable. What I hate about the complimentary shampoo bottles is just the fact that like it's nearly impossible to get almost any of it out.
Well, because they're so small.
Yeah,
it's because they're small. Like it's the physics of it being small.
Yeah, and the fact that it's like a pretty hard plastic that's pretty small, so it's really hard to squeeze in any real way and make any progress. And it's like, well, it's one thing. It's like there's the shampoo which is just runny, but the conditioner one is like no one has ever gotten most of this out.
You do that thing where you just smack it against your palm. And just,
and you get a bunch of little like. Little circle cup, like you get little pucks of conditioner on your palm as it comes out. It's like you
fought an octopus. No, I'm picky. I bring my own stuff. I'm one of those. I'm one of those girls, but I don't bring a full size one because I don't like to pack shit. So
yeah,
I have a to go. I have an overnight bag.
It's not exactly the best for my type of fur, but it'll work for now. I still can't shake the feeling that I have cigarette smoke baked into my pores.
That's not a good feeling.
You know, in comparison to the communal dorm showers, this is actually kind of nice.
I know, but there's less naked boys around. Yeah.
Cigarette smoke baked into your pores? From 2 days ago?
I mean, if it's baked in there, I don't know.
Damn, like how, what? You're not showering very well. Contrary to what many may think, they're not as sexy as porn makes you believe.
Damn it.
I begin lathering further down. Usually I rub one out during shower time.
In the communal showers.
Usually?
In the communal showers. That's not very polite.
Every day? Wow. That just feels like committed.
Okay. So that means he's watching YouTube. He's watching porn on his phone. He has his Rice Krispie treat and his shower beer, and he's also jerking off. That's the American dream.
Oh my god.
I misspoke earlier. You need to add the jerking off part.
He's smoking in a trucker cap as he jacks it. You can send this fan art directly to Stephanie if you want. It's fine.
Just title it The American Dream.
The most esoteric, confusing drawing that makes no sense.
Yeah, draw me a diagram of how it's possible. I need to know what kind of shelves I need to buy. Like, do they sell suction cup shelves that are sturdy enough for my shower beer?
My shower beer. Though at the moment I'm pretty devoid of all those feelings. Ever since I got here, back to Echo, I felt more detached from everything that I usually do. Like all this stuff is going on around me and I'm just here. When I woke up this morning, it was as if I wasn't sure what was a dream and what was real. I don't even recall what the dream was about. TJ distracted me before I could really archive it, or however it works with remembering dreams. Can you choose to remember dreams? Isn't there a whole thing about how like even when you think you know what a dream was, a lot of it's like you projecting meaning onto it and retroactively adding characters to it from your life when you wake up?
Well, people say you should keep a dream journal, and I guess the purpose is like immediately when you wake up you write it down as fast as you can, because if you don't, then as the day goes on you start adding in more things that weren't there. I mean, granted, even when you wake up immediately, you're not going to remember like half of it. You'll only remember like a very small fraction. But it's like you'll add things in it as you tell people about your dream later in the day without even realizing it.
They're definitely giving us parallels. Like just to reinforce what I was saying before, he's describing himself the same way that Bronson just did. There was this feeling of sorrow, fear, and general helplessness. Then all of a sudden, power, or agency? I'm not sure how to describe it. It's familiar, but I don't know why. Like strange nostalgia without all those rose-tinted all the rose-tinted happiness. I was just too ready to say rose-tinted glasses and everything. Oh, I can't see all these flags.